Saturday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Fox. And your coaching hiring process is right smack in the middle of things. What are your thoughts? 208-424-9300. We want to get those. We'll keep the hotline open, Prater, for about a half hour for people who want to call and chime in on just a multitude of topics. But we do want to get Spencer Danielson into this program because he had his presser today.
Yeah, and a big day yesterday for Boise State football. As everybody knows, they're heading to Vegas, baby. We hope 5,000 of you guys are driving down this weekend and doing the thing as well. I know plane flights were really expensive, so hopefully everybody's figuring out a way to get down there. But big day for Boise State yesterday, the reaction, all kinds of crazy computer talk. And then today, Spencer Danielson and Bush Hamdan had their press conferences, and it was pretty cool. I mean, Spencer Danielson showed up, and we know he's just all kinds of crazy fun, and started going happy championship week as he's running down the stairs to the team room and to the press conference, and he was all fired up. It was pretty cool to see ball game.
Yeah, it was. Here's Spencer Danielson talking about the reaction on Sunday when this football team found out that it still had another game left.
No doubt. I mean, first off, you guys know me. Thank you, Jesus. I went to sleep Friday knowing, like, God, you are in control. But just the resiliency of our team, not only on the field, but more importantly off the field, with the amount of things that have pulled at our team and could have easily been reasons for us to fray and for people to go their separate ways. This team has not done that. And that is a testament, once again, to our players and to this staff. And I think the world of every single person in this building, and they prove that every day. And so that's where, when getting the news that we're playing in a championship game, my heart was filled with joy because of what these players deserve it. This staff deserves this opportunity, and we're excited for it.
You know, that's Spencer Danielson talking about his reaction and just his thoughts on how this team has played for 2 weeks under him. When he took over this job, the first thing he said was, guys, just give me 2 weeks. Guys, give me 2 weeks, and we'll figure everything out. Well, yesterday he had to go back and beg. Now I need a third one, guys. But I don't think that's a problem based on what Spencer Danielson said. Here's what Spencer Danielson said today in his press conference about how the players reacted.
Oh, they're so fired up. I mean, all Saturday, our players are calling me and text me like, Coach, talk to me again about these computer rankings. You're like, what's exactly going on here? They're a little bit confused with kind of how some of it goes down, which I get. And so they were same as me, ready and hanging on every tweet, everything that came out about, the potential of the game and what was happening. So I know when it came out, I think around 9:00 yesterday, our team was fired up and ready.
All right, Spencer Danielson again at the podium earlier today. What about a chance? This is a ring game. Spencer, are you aware? Are the players aware? This is a ring game, Spencer.
Oh, it's big time. I mean, our senior class has been through so much, John. And especially, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, no idea what the future held, no idea if there was anything after the end of the season. And now you put your head down and work and you do it together. And we're about to play in a championship game on Saturday. They're very aware of what that means, very aware of the fact that we haven't won a championship since 2019. Played in it last year, didn't win it. And so I told my guys, it was awesome playing in it. Nobody cares. You go to that game to win it. And our team, our seniors are very excited for the opportunity to go bring that trophy back to Boise, Idaho.
Again, it's a ring game. Boise State fan, 208-424-9300. We're generally interested on how you're going to make this trip. If the flights were too expensive for you and you and your buddies are doing a road trip, we want to hear those details. And Prater, just thoughts on the coaching search. Spencer Danielson having a lot of fun with this program. He wants this job badly. And it feels like there's a portion of Bronco Nation that wants him to get the job. Prater, I want Spence to get the gig, but I don't think that's the best thing for Jeremiah Dickey and this program. I'll just say right there, I love Spencer. I'd be happy for him if he got the job. I think Idaho Sports Talk would be just fine with it, but I just think this is too big of a hire for Jeremiah Dickey to get emotional and hire the hot interim. I just keep going back there. You?
Yeah, same feelings. I mean, I think we all kind of feel the same feelings. There's more people that are really into the Spencer Danielson thing more so than I am. Yeah. I definitely want them to go outside the family. But if he wins on Saturday, and then does Jeremiah Dickey all of a sudden have to wait another one? I mean, if Spencer Danielson closes out this deal and wins 4 games in the fashion that he's won these first 2 games, that's going to be a tough chore. But I don't know if Spencer Daniel, or I don't know if Jeremiah Dickey wants to wait that long. He said he wants to have a coach by December 16th.
Yep.
That's the LA Bowl. So you can't hire Spencer Danielson on the 2 days before, based on what he did in these 3 games, then what if he goes into the bowl game and lays an egg? I mean, I'm just throwing out scenarios.
Totally. I'm with you. You can't hire Spencer Danielson on Friday and then they get beat by UNLV 48-0. Can you? I mean, what do you guys think? 208-424-9300. We're going to line them up on this hotline, JP, because we do want to hear from you guys. But until then, here's another Spencer Danielson, Prater. This is Spencer Danielson just kind of talking about the last 2 weeks, 2 big-time wins, Gatorade showers, crowd surfing in locker rooms. Here's your football coach, Bronco Nation.
Guys, I've had an absolute blast. And like I said, I don't say that, and not just because we've won these games. And obviously that's a big part. I'm not going to be crazy and tell you it's not. But being able to be around these young men, be around the staff, and help lead them to continue to work their tail off to accomplish something like I believe we're going to, it just brings me so much joy. And once again, I thank Jesus every day for the opportunity to be here, to be around these players, and just have an opportunity to impact them. And more than anything, an opportunity for them to impact me. Because I promise you, it is 12:15 in Boise, Idaho, and there's going to be 2 or 3 players that impact me again coming through the halls at some point today, because that's how it happens every single day. Tomorrow when we practice, when I see their smile on their face when they walk in and they're excited to go out to practice and work their tail off to go win a championship, it touches my heart every time. And I can promise them that they're going to get my best. They're going to get the staff's best. So there's a lot of moments through this process that have brought me a lot of joy. But I think holistically, just being able to be around this group and see them blot out the outside, push away the outside noise, focus on each other, focus on what matters and what we can impact now. And they've done that. And I'm a firm believer that's going to change their life in the future too.
Such a fun couple weeks for Spencer Danielson. Tony, let's hit up our double tap pub hotline. You are holding. Tony, welcome to Idaho Sports Talk. What are your thoughts? Pretty much everything, Tony. It's all on the table right now. Where you want to go?
Yeah, I understand what Prater's saying. I just don't know if, I don't know what would happen if he won the next 2 games and you didn't hire him. I mean, I think they'd get over it. I get it if you brought in a big name or you brought in a big hire. But, I mean, he's doing something that needed to be done, and he's bringing a group of guys together that believe in themselves, and they lost that belief, and he brought it back. And he instills that in them, and he does something that you need, and that's chemistry. We didn't have it. And that's the biggest thing, man, is you got to have chemistry, and that's what we've had for so many years is this blue-collar chemistry. Fight the world, we overcome, and he's doing it. And it's like, it's inspiring, and it's pretty dang cool. I mean, yeah, he made a couple of boneheaded calls this weekend, and we overcame those.
End of the first half, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, that timeout, that could have cost you, but it didn't. And he's doing some really good things, and I don't know if he wins the next 2, I don't know how you cannot hire him. But,
all right,
again.
Appreciate you, Tony.
I agree with him. I agree with him. That's the dilemma that Jeremiah Dickey's got himself into. That's the pickle that he's trying to figure out right now. And he certainly knows. He's talked to at least 9, 10, 11 people. I don't know how officially. He's done some second rounds of interviews. We're not quite exactly sure what the numbers are. Or, the only person we know who has interviewed was Spencer Danielson. So kudos to – last week I questioned Jeremiah Dickey's, his search committee. It's basically his inner circle. And I questioned whether that was the right thing to do at the time. And Bob brought up the point that it's probably smart because it's going to keep the information tight. And Jeremiah Dickey has said multiple times during this process that, confidentiality is important because he's going after people who have jobs and families. And so I get it now. There's leaks on job openings all over the place right now.
Yeah.
There's no leak on Boise State.
Isn't that crazy?
And it's pretty cool to see that. It's frustrating as a journalist to see that. But in this particular case, I'm kind of willing to wait for the press release to see what the big announcement is.
It's Fort Knox, man. And no players are leaving either. Not one portal jump since all this stuff went down. Let's get to Matthew. He's on the Double Tap Pub hotline. Matthew, you got the line. What's up with you?
Hey, guys. I think that Danielson he's the guy. Unless we can go out and get a Kellen Moore type hire, I don't want a coordinator from somewhere else. If we're going to hire a coordinator, I think it should be Danielson. He took a team that the culture was 0. and look what he's done in 2 weeks. The energy is back. The excitement is back. We have recruits committing to Boise State under an interim coach. You know, I think that we have to go with this guy.
Gosh,
I just don't see who we're going to get outside that's good. Kellen Moore isn't going to come here. You know, he's in the NFL. He's living his dream there. I don't think we're going to get a guy like that. So why not go with the hot hand, the guy that's brought the culture back and the energy back to Boise State?
Yep. Appreciate the call, Matthew. I'm gonna soapbox Kellen at a professional crossroads. We'll get to that in about 15 minutes. But Prater, back to this thing. I mean, emotional Matthew. Matthew's seeing what Spencer Danielson is doing with this program. And I like to call it ice cream for breakfast. And I say it not necessarily in a bad thing. Ice cream for breakfast is a great thing if you're eating the ice cream. But the problem is a lot of time the ice cream for breakfast culture isn't big on discipline. Not saying that Danielson wouldn't be, but Jeremiah Dickey, and he said that in our interview, he has to take the emotion out. He has to take the fan part out of it. I think if you take that out, I think there's other candidates as well that are going to this is going to be a hard decision, really hard decision for Jeremiah Dickey. And let me just say this, Prater. Well, let's give him these 2 games. Let's give him this game and a bowl game. I don't think JD wants to do that. I don't think Jeremiah Dickey wants to make the bowl game a part of the process for Spencer. I think he wants to have someone hired and make that announcement, Prater, as soon after the Mountain West Championship game as possible.
That's certainly a scenario. I don't know if that's, maybe not. It's hard to say. And, I mean, if you hired a coach next week, he's not going to do anything but sit in the stands and watch unless Spencer Danielson throws a fit and says, I'm not coaching, but that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Spencer Danielson's a classy guy. Every coach down there is a classy guy. There might be a couple of guys that have to figure out what they want to do, but, the co-coaching thing, the timing is just weird. And that last caller was 1,000% right. But I also want to say this because he's talking about the culture. And although I would say that the culture wasn't completely gone, Boise State's culture has been around for 30, 40 years, and it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
It was taking a dent and needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, and they got it. But I also think that Andy Avalos would have won these 2 football games. Would he have done it in the style that got fans excited right now? No. It probably would have been a lot more frustrating, and certainly he didn't have the locker room like Spencer Danielson. But guys, that's where I really draw the line here with the emotions. Boise State football just beat 2 really crappy football teams. Now you want to hire somebody based on winning 2 crappy football teams and the fact that they had fun doing it?
What do you guys think of Prater saying that? Is he a son of a bitch for thinking in that way, Bronco Nation? 208-424-9300. What do you have? Give us a call. When we come back, you are first up, Rob. So stay on hold, Rob. We'll get to you guys. Line them up. We're having fun. Prater the ball game, KTIK the ticket.
From the Beacon Plumbing Traffic Studios, this is Ticket Traffic.